How to play quadball. A quick viewer's guide to the sport. The basics. The field is broken up into two equal halves, each with 3 hoops and a set of lines for the keeper zone. Players can score from each side of the hoops. The hoops are all worth the same points, 10. Players knocked out of play must touch back in at the center hoop on their half. In their own keeper zone, the dotted line, keepers cannot be knocked out by dodgeballs. Players cannot step out of the hard boundary with the ball in their possession. This causes a turnover. There are 6 players on each team for the first 20 minutes of the game, 1 keeper, 3 chasers, and 2 beaters. Players' positions are denoted by the headband color they wear. After the first 20 minutes, a seeker is added for each team. Since this is a mixed-gender sport, teams must maintain gender rule while playing, which means a maximum of 4 players who identify as the same gender and play at the same time. For example, 4 women are the chasers and keeper. There must be 2 non-binary players, or 2 male players, or a combination of both, or the team will suffer a yellow card. Positions. The keeper wears the green headband. They play with a quad ball to score points. They can tackle opposing chasers or keepers, and they cannot be beat within their own keeper zone. Chasers wear white headbands, play with the quad ball to score points through the hoops, and can tackle opposing chasers and keepers. Beaters wear the black headband. They play with the dodgeballs to temporarily knock players out of the game. They cannot score points, and can tackle opposing beaters to gain possession of the dodgeball. Seekers wear the yellow headband. They pursue the flag runner, an official with a tail worth 35 points if caught. They do not start play until after the 20-minute stoppage when a flag runner is released. They cannot interfere with the other players on the field. Equipment. The broom is a plastic pipe that must stay between the player's legs while in play. Being off broom, or holding the broom outside of your legs, denotes that a player is not active in play. Players cannot grab or swat at an opponent's brooms. Players whose brooms get hit by a dodgeball are considered out. The quad ball is one volleyball. It can be used to score points. It can be possessed by either chasers or keepers. It can also be used to block beats. 3 dodgeballs are on the field at any time. They can be possessed by beaters, can be thrown to temporarily knock players out of the game, and can be caught by opposing beaters without knocking them out of the game. Flag runner is an official with a tail worth 35 points. It can only be pulled by the seekers. The flag runner can physically interact with the players, such as pushing seekers away or outrunning them. After the first 20 minutes, the endgame begins. 60 points are added to the leading score, creating the set score. Once the set score is reached, the game is over. This is also when the flag runner is released, meaning a team that is behind can catch up, or the leading team can close the match faster. Terms you'll hear. Dodgeball control is when one team possesses 2 of the 3 dodgeballs, giving them a competitive advantage. Dodgeball immunity. When a team has possession of no dodgeballs, a beater can raise their hand to declare that they are immune until they pick up the 3rd dodgeball. X-chaser, or at X, is a term used to describe a chaser playing behind hoops on offense, or the space behind the hoops in general. A point defender is typically the chaser who marks against the offensive player with the ball, usually intended to stop drives. Point keeper. When a keeper is a point defender while staying inside the keeper zone, so they can't be beat out of play by dodgeballs. Common penalties. Play after beat. A player continues to move with, pass, throw, or roll the ball after being beaten by a dodgeball. Illegal contact. Any contact that is not engaged from the front or side, as well as above the knees and below the neck, on a player with the ball, is considered illegal. Illegal reset. When a team on offense retreats across the half line twice in a single possession, the ball is turned over. A blue card is a penalty of 1 minute in the penalty box. A yellow card is 1 minute in the penalty box, and 3 yellow cards stack on a player as a red card. A red card results in 2 minutes in the penalty box, and the player is ejected from the game. Thank you for watching, and remember to tune in for Nationals April 15th and 16th. How to play quadball. A quick viewer's guide to the sport. The basics. The field is broken up into 2 equal halves, each with 3 hoops and a set of lines for the keeper zone. Players can score from each side of the hoops. The hoops are all worth the same points, 10. Players knocked out of play must touch back in at the center hoop on their half. In their own keeper zone, the dotted line, keepers cannot be knocked out by dodgeballs. Players cannot step out of the hard boundary with the ball in their possession. This causes a turnover. There are 6 players on each team for the first 20 minutes of the game, 1 keeper, 3 chasers, and 2 beaters. Players' positions are denoted by the headband color they wear. After the first 20 minutes, a seeker is added for each team. Since this is a mixed-gender sport, teams must maintain gender rule while playing, which means a maximum of 4 players who identify as the same gender and play at the same time. For example, 4 women are the chasers and keeper. There must be 2 non-binary players, or 2 male players, or a combination of both, or the team will suffer a yellow card. Positions. The keeper wears the green headband. They play with the quad ball to score points. They can tackle opposing chasers or keepers, and they cannot be beat within their own keeper zone. Chasers wear white headbands, play with the quad ball to score points through the hoops, and can tackle opposing chasers and keepers. Beaters wear the black headband. They play with the dodgeballs to temporarily knock players out of the game. They cannot score points, and can tackle opposing beaters to gain possession of the dodgeball. Seekers wear the yellow headband. They pursue the flag runner, an official with a tail worth 35 points if caught. They do not start play until after the 20-minute stoppage when a flag runner is released. They cannot interfere with the other players on the field. Equipment. The broom is a plastic pipe that must stay between the player's legs while in play. Being off broom, or holding the broom outside of your legs, denotes that a player is not active in play. Players cannot grab or swat at an opponent's brooms. Players whose brooms get hit by a dodgeball are considered out. The quad ball is one volleyball. It can be used to score points. It can be possessed by either chasers or keepers. It can also be used to block beats. 3 dodgeballs are on the field at any time. They can be possessed by beaters, can be thrown to temporarily knock players out of the game, and can be caught by opposing beaters without knocking them out of the game. Flag runner is an official with a tail worth 35 points. It can only be pulled by the seekers. The flag runner can physically interact with the players, such as pushing seekers away or outrunning them. After the first 20 minutes, the endgame begins. 60 points are added to the leading score, creating the set score. Once the set score is reached, the game is over. This is also when the flag runner is released, meaning a team that is behind can catch up, or the leading team can close the match faster. Terms you'll hear. Dodgeball control is when one team possesses 2 of the 3 dodgeballs, giving them a competitive advantage. Dodgeball immunity. When a team has possession of no dodgeballs, a beater can raise their hand to declare that they are immune until they pick up the 3rd dodgeball. X-chaser, or at X, is a term used to describe a chaser playing behind hoops on offense, or the space behind the hoops in general. A point defender is typically the chaser who marks against the offensive player with the ball, usually intended to stop drives. Point keeper. When a keeper is a point defender while staying inside the keeper zone, so they can't be beat out of play by dodgeballs. Common penalties. Play after beat. A player continues to move with, pass, throw, or roll the ball after being beaten by a dodgeball. Illegal contact. Any contact that is not engaged from the front or side, as well as above the knees and below the neck, on a player with the ball, is considered illegal. Illegal reset. When a team on offense retreats across the half line twice in a single possession, the ball is turned over. A blue card is a penalty of 1 minute in the penalty box. A yellow card is 1 minute in the penalty box, and 3 yellow cards stack on a player as a red card. A red card results in 2 minutes in the penalty box, and the player is ejected from the game. Thank you for watching, and remember to tune in for Nationals April 15th and 16th.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to USQuadball Cup 2023 here at the Proving Grounds. Right now, we have for you a play-in matchup for a spot in the Division One Collegiate quarterfinals. On the left-hand side, wearing blue tops and yellow socks is Cal Quadball. They finished third yesterday in their pool, which had three regional champions in it. They lost to the Northeast Regional Champions, Rutgers, and the Southwest Regional Champions, UTSA. On the right-hand side, we have the Mid-Atlantic Regional Champions, UVA, wearing blue and orange. They got second place in their pool yesterday with wins over Harvard, UCLA, and Columbia College, and a loss to UT. That pool had three teams go 3-1, so we decided things on tiebreakers. UVA ended up as that second seed. Starters are moving out now. It looks like UVA is going to start with dodgeball control, so Cal will start with quad ball. That's Maddie Myatt and Drew Reedy starting beaters for UVA. Starters for UVA in the quad ball game looks to be Andrew Bowman, Emma Rollins, and so far undecided Matt Steelberg, the green headband.
We'll have the Cal starters out in just a minute. They're wrapping up their cheer.
And Zan Siddiqui, their final starter for UVA. Big news from UVA. Alex Cruz, who was unavailable to them yesterday, is here today. So he'll have fresh legs off the bench and is a key part of this UVA team. Meanwhile, we have the Cal starters coming out onto the fields. We have Dara Guyman, Stefan Chetta.
Looks like Harry Dill and Shannon Ong are going to be beating.
And then let's see, Jesse Stevens, green headband, and Luca Menezes rounds out the quad ball contingent for Cal.
We were talking before the game about how Menezes and Stevens put in a ton of minutes yesterday. Let's see how fresh they are today.
Same can be said about Bowman and Siddiqui on the UVA side. Winner of this game will face Michigan in the quarterfinals.
And we're off.
We're off. Stevens immediately backs up, marked high by Siddiqui, who takes him to the ground immediately. He gets back to hoops for contact from behind. Reedy and Myatt with control. They're going to push back into their zone. UVA in their 1-2-1. Bowman way up high. Ong and Reedy going at each other. Ong is going to beat out Bowman. Stevens quad ball top. Siddiqui meets him. Oh, Stevens goes right, but he can't get around Siddiqui. Siddiqui's beat out as Stevens backs up. Bowman again now up. Quad ball goes to Menezes. Siddiqui back up top again. Marking high. Stevens right side. Stevens goes far right around the corner. Pick set by Anchetta. Bowman gets through it though. Still marking. No contact made. Stevens absolutely floats one to Menezes, who's beat out by Reedy. Intercepted by Steelberg. Steelberg's running the other way. There's one dodgeball back with Dill. Steelberg gets it off to Siddiqui. Siddiqui spins on Menezes, dodges a beat. Can't dodge a second beat. And Anchetta caught it. So this is going to be a Cal stop, assuming that beat did hit Siddiqui before he got rid of it.
It's like the ref team's asking the goal ref for some of his input. He had a good angle on it.
Good transition defense, though, from Cal. Even if that does end up being a score, Cal's players got back, Harry Dill especially. And that's a good stop for Cal to keep this one tied up at 0. Stevens now wants to take pace into this possession. Guyman's going to be the right-hand option. Menezes left side and Chetta deep corner. Ong and Dill with control. Myatt marking Dill up high. Bowman gets walked back by Ong. Oh, and Maddie Myatt with a huge catch. But then Ong bails his teammate out. It's not good enough, though. Guyman, right side, marked by Steelberg, gets the pass off to Anchetta, who scores through contact on the alley-oop.
Being tackled so many times.
Extremely athletic play there from Anchetta to put Cal on the board, and they lead 1-0. Siddiqui, far side, gonna be marked by Menezes. Siddiqui dancing, spins, gets it to Steelberg. Emma Rollins now with it, the top of the key. Going left, she has Maya in front, just drives into the middle, pump fake, then Siddiqui gets around Stevens, Siddiqui to steal, or Ernie. Ernie drives in, hits Bowman, easy finish. UVA ties it up at 1. A trade of passes to the small hoop here for these two teams, as Shannon Ong was able to run up the pitch and win control for Cal once again.
Yeah, he is around the pitch all the time. Do not count him out. Great at stealing a dodgeball from the other side of the pitch.
Stevens pump faking here as Bowman gets beat out, drives in. I think that was supposed to be a shot. It was too low. Menezes gets beat out by Reedy, and UVA gets the stop. Bowman, who's playing in a face mask from a broken nose suffered at Business Bowl against Rutgers and a broken finger on his left hand here. There is there is a discussion. I'm unsure what it's about. Nothing called. We're underway once again. Mayotte and Reedy are going to be looking to win control here. Bowman slowly walking the quad ball up here. Siddiqui, left side corner. Rollins left side up top. Instead, it goes to Ernie on the right side. He immediately drives, gets around Menezes, but Menezes gets the arm lock, and Ernie just drops the ball. Great defense there from Luca Menezes.
That's in the keeper zone.
That is in the keeper zone, and that is going to be a yellow card for Zan Siddiqui, who tried to tackle Jesse Stevens, who had quad ball in the keeper zone wearing the green headband. You cannot do that. And UVA, which has had some trouble with cards in the past, already has their first one here.
Still early days. We're trying to one.
So Stevens for Cal going to walk this one up. Ong and Dill with control. Maddie Maya all over Shannon Ong. Gets the wrap as Dill beats out Bowman. Stevens drives. He hits the shot. And Cal is able to convert on that power play 2-1.
Dodgeball control, it looks like.
Although Reedy makes a beat there, he's in a race with Ong. Ong gets beat out. Reedy wins control for UVA. That dodgeball is going to be awarded to Maddie Mayotte. Bowman up top gets it to Rollins. Huge beat there from Reedy, but it's not going to open anything up as Ernie gets beat out and Stevens was in his face. But the ball hit the ground and Zan Siddiqui picks it up. Siddiqui floats it to Bowman, gets over Menezes' head, and then Bowman with the stutter step puts it in the right-hand hoop. We're tied up at 2. Stevens rips it up to Menezes, met by Bowman. He's going deep around. Bowman's going to stay with him. Guyman going down near side corner. Instead goes back to Anchetta. Siddiqui with an absolute dive. Oh, but then Reedy makes the beat. Ernie's first one back. He's going to pick it up. He has to finish through Stevens. Stevens makes the hit, but Ernie finishes through contact. And UVA has their first lead of this game, up 3-2. No, they called it no good. They called it no good. I don't know why, but they called it no good. We're going to stay knotted at 2. There was no beater in the area, and Ernie wasn't off room, so I think they just said that it didn't go through the hoop. Stevens now walking up. Reedy, who had allowed that fast break to happen, lost control on that play. Menezes now is going to work from the far side back towards the middle with Dill in front. Ong looking to clear out this right side down low. Ong and Reedy pump faking. Menezes gets around Siddiqui, pump fake around Bowman over the top, and then Cal, after stopping UVA in the last one, is able to retain the lead 3-2. Quad ball turnover here is Ryan Ernie, who is wearing the green headband, needed to touch that quad ball to make it live before he subbed out, was unable to do so. So now not only is he not subbed, it's an immediate turnover to Cal. Siddiqui playing way up high on Stevens. Siddiqui's beat out. Stevens across half, no dodgeballs back right now. Hits Misses the shot on the small hoop, was not there, and UVA kind of a waste of possession. Alex Cruz now into the game, his first minutes this entire tournament as he was unavailable yesterday. Let's see if he can be that spark plug off the bench that UVA wants early on. Ong being very aggressive against the new beater pair from UVA, Mastrello and Rollins. Emma Rollins with Quabbon on hand directing traffic. Siddiqui up top. Steelberg, right side deep. Cruz behind. Goes to Steelberg. Steelberg, pump faking, not sure where to get it. Menezes is going to go out to meet him. Oh, Menezes gets a hand on that. Stevens picks it up. And Cal with a stop. With a conversion here, they'd go up two. Control here for Cal is absolutely huge. They've really been able to use it to their advantage. As Stevens goes right through the pick of Guyman, he throws it up at the top hoop, can't drop it, but Menezes picks it up, gets it to Guyman, and she has her second goal of the day.
That's Anchetta actually finished.
Oh, Anchetta. My apologies. It is Anchetta's second goal of the game. 4-2 here for Cal. And as Ali Chin comes in now for Emma Rollins, UVA is really hoping their second line can give them something. Cruz deep behind. Chin on the right. Siddiqui left. Steelberg going right side with quad ball. Mastrillo and Rollins looking to win back control. Siddiqui now with it left, marked by Guyman. Siddiqui passes it to Cruz behind. Cruz can't handle the pass. Stevens is going to be able to knock it away, but then Siddiqui picks it up. Siddiqui's beat out. He was beat out before he threw that. That's going to be a turnover. Joe Mastrillo is just walking through this stoppage. It doesn't look like any ARs are going to tell him to go back, so we'll track that. Okay, one of the ARs finally caught on a little bit. Okay, and we're underway here. Cal with a number of stops in a row. After this was tied at 2, they've gone on a little 2-0 run, and we'll see if they can make it 3 on this possession as Maeve Lawson comes in for her first minutes this game, as well as Alex Peterson in for Cal. Stevens with it at the top, marked by Cruz. Cruz beat out by Ong. Lawson back to the top. Stevens drives through. Siddiqui's there. Siddiqui's beat out. Stevens hits Peterson. Peterson with the finish past Chin. And Cal is quickly up 3 here, 5-2. Steelberg slow with this one. All the momentum with Cal right now. Deal with the pump fake on Rollins. Rollins throws, misses. Stevens now up high. Ong presses, beats out Steelberg. Steelberg floats it right over Chin's head. And that's going to be another stop for Cal. And UVA really is struggling right now.
Able to make anything happen these last few possessions.
Some more subs now in for Cal. Austin Ho in the beater game to play with Shannon Ong. Stevens directing Peterson to make a cut. Stevens driving, backs up, met by Cruz. Backs it up again. Cruz hits the ground. Stevens goes around the corner, gets hit hard by Cruz, and Cruz just takes the quad ball out. And that might be the momentum change that UVA needed, a really big defensive play to get the sideline into it. Steelberg moving right, hits Siddiqui. Lawson's beat out by Mastrillo. Siddiqui marked now by Stevens, can't be beat in the green headband. Stevens back to Steelberg. Cruz is up top this time with Chin behind. Steelberg, lackadaisical, backs up again. He keeps working left, hits Lawson, so he passes to Chin. Lawson's going to cover Chin, back up to Steelberg. Ong dodges a beat from Mastrillo, and now he wants to press. Steelberg rips it to Siddiqui. Siddiqui is able to finish 5-3 and a good goal through the press there from UVA. Hannah Rollins now trying to win control back, is unable, gets it back to Joe Mastrillo. Ho makes a beat out on Rollins. Stevens across half pitch. Gets it to Lawson. Lawson down to Peterson, marked by Chin. Oh, gets beat out. And Steelberg now has it. Steelberg thought about it, but he's going to move slowly as Ong and Ho are both back for Cal dodgeballs. And Reedy and Mayat are going to make their way back into this game for UVA. Steelberg far side. Reedy in front of him with dodgeball. Emma Rollins back into this game as well. Alex Cruz gets it in the far corner. Right back to Steelberg, and then back to Cruz. Stevens is the one marking here. Ho is beat out by Reedy. Cruz drives in, but Stevens knocks it out. Siddiqui picks it up. There's going to be a call in the beater game here. Steelberg picks it up. Oh, the little hezzy, and then a knockdown. He got it to Cruz. That went through. That's going to be a goal for UVA. And because advantage was called, I think it might also be a card on Cal. Cal has really been able to maintain control this whole game.
Yeah. Pitch everywhere all the time and steal it back in the rare times they do lose it. He plays aggressively but smart.
Yep, Shannon Ong was not taking a sub so far. Contact from behind on Cal. Time is negated by the goal. I think it must have been on Ong.
No, I think it was on the other beater because he was off room.
Oh, it was on Ho.
Towards, and then they were like, "Oh no, time served."
So it was 2 cards on the play, both against Cal. The second one was against Jesse Stevens. So only one foul can be negated.
Yes.
Penalty time. So Stevens is going to make his way to the box and have to trade out that green headband with Alex Peterson.
If you're going to have one of your two people in the box, better the keeper than the beater.
Definitely.
Not sure what those calls were, but.
So Peterson here is now going to start with quad ball because that goal was good. Again, the score is 5-4 Cal. UVA has control. Maddie Mayat's going to need to throw this dodgeball back with Shannon Ong right in her face to try to maintain control here. She's able to do that. Ong's just going to race for it after beating Mayat, but Reedy is able to recover. He throws one back to Mayat, picks it up, and kind of looks Ong off, although Siddiqui is playing super high up. He was clear. Austin Ho missed that beat, so he's playing very high. Guyman gets beat. Siddiqui with a huge jump dodge. Oh, and then off the crossbar and in. Siddiqui with the goal, and UVA is able to go on a 3-0 run after being down 5-2 to tie this one up at 5. A huge power play conversion there for UVA. And this is a brand new game compared to a few minutes ago.
Yeah. A brand new game. Cal has some brand new players on the pitch.
Spirandelli makes her way in for the first minutes of this game. Menezes back in. Siddiqui beat out up high. Billy U now in as well at beater as Menezes is content to keep this one slow as his beaters try to win control back. Dylan U. Ong out for the first time this game. Cruz is going to get a yellow card on that one for bludger swatting.
Yeah.
Or dodgeball swatting. All right, so Cal now with their own power play chance. Dodgeball is going to go back to the beater who had started with it before that play. So it is going to be the hands of Billy U. But he and Dill still need to work to get control back here. Siddiqui up high. Menezes gets around him. He floats it to Anchetta. She rips it right through that small hoop. 6-5. Yep, responsible for half of Cal's goals so far this game. And a really driving force on this offense with now a few different styles of finishes. Bowman ball carrying for UVA. Reedy in front. He and Mayat have control. Emma Rollins now quad ball. She gets it to Siddiqui in the middle. Spirandelli's going to mark him. Spirandelli Working to her side, Siddiqui passes it to Cruz. Cruz gets around Spirandelli, goes right at Guyman or at Anchetta, and in a crazy athletic finish as his body was in front of the hoop, but he scored from behind. Billy Ooh now beats out Zan Siddiqui. And it looks like Billy Ooh wanted to run a fast break and nobody else did, but he's going to be rewarded. He wins control here from Drew Reedy. Alex Cruz is going to get his second yellow. Oh, maybe not. He let go. He gets sent back to hoops. A great break there for Alex Cruz, who almost had 2 yellows in the matter of 60 seconds. Siddiqui hits Menezes, gets beat out. Dylan Ooh, after winning control here, able to use it. Menezes gets wrapped up and taken down by Cruz. Cruz flips it back. Siddiqui can't get to it. Peterson is run into. And we're going to take a break here for the injury stoppage. Hello and welcome back, everyone, to USQuadball Cup 2023. We're still on the second game of the day here on pitch two between Cal and UVA. We just had a pretty extensive injury stoppage for Cal player Alex Peterson. He looks to be doing all right, but he will be out for the rest of the game and the tournament. Also, Cal is going to have a player in the box to serve a penalty for an illegal slide. That is Nolan Kim in the box. Because of the extensive stoppage, we're just restarting this one with both teams on their own half. Cal does have control as they did at the end of the last possession, and UVA has quad ball. Andrew Bowman now coming up. Reedy in front, gets it off to Rollins. Siddiqui left side, it goes to him. Right back up to Rollins. Power play again for UVA here. Bowman. Cruz deep behind. Pump fake to Cruz, pump fake to Rollins. Bowman takes it himself, tries to get around Menezes. Menezes knocks it out. Rollins picks it up. She's beat as she throws it. Cruz picks it up, and he finishes over Stefan Chetta. I think we're also going to have a card here on Menezes for a high hit. He will have to serve time because that goal is going to release Nolan Kim from the box. So there is a yellow card. The head ref said the time was negated by the goal, so that's just what we're going to go with. 7-6 here in favor of UVA. Menezes, far side around. Can't get through Bowman. Trying to cut around the corner. Goes around the whole way. Lets it up. Cruz comes down with it. And UVA here is on a 4-0 run at the moment. And after the extensive stoppage for Peterson, Cal really is going to need to get their energy up to get themselves back into this game. Bowman in the middle. Reedy and Maya in front, looking to get control back from Dylan Ong. Or Dylan Ooh, rather. Cruz now with quad ball after Bowman was beat. Goes right. Menezes hits him, and Chetta gets the block at the hoop. Siddiqui picks it up. There's only one hoop remaining. Menezes hits Siddiqui. He gets it to Rollins. She puts it through. It's no good. She was beat before. Terrible luck there from UVA with two hoops going down. They still managed to score on the third, but it was just a second too late, and Cal is going to get this stop. Billy Ooh now is subbing off for Shannon Ong. Menezes carrying this one up the pitch, back at full strength. Nolan Kim in this game. Stefan Chetta, Gabby Spirandelli, the other two chasers. And Chetta's beat out by Reedy. Dill now working his way up. Cruz going high. Cruz wants to hit Menezes, gets beat out by Ong. Maya marking high on Ong. Menezes unsure where to go with Siddiqui marking high. Maya now switching her attention to Dill. Siddiqui gets his hands on Menezes. Is called back to hoops. Cruz comes up. Cruz gets beat out. Reset used, though, by Cal. Good defense here from UVA. Ong now looking to really create some chaos. Pump fakes. Reedy jumps. Kim and Menezes playing pass up high. Dill in front of Menezes here. Siddiqui runs out. Siddiqui's beat out. Maya all over Dill. Create contact. She's called back to hoops. Cruz now wants to make a hit. He's beat out. Siddiqui's going to step up. On Menezes. Oh, the little hesitation and the shoulder fake. And Kim gets beat out by Reedy. UVA gets the stop. And a good stop there from UVA. Score remains 7-6. Bowman slowly up the pitch. There's already a hoop down for Cal. It's being put back up. Harry Dill with the pump fake. Maddie Myatt just goes for the hit. She gets beat out for her troubles. Cruz now with quad ball. Dill coming up. Reedy posturing with Dill. Bowman now back with it to Rollins. Ung gets beat out as he throws his dodgeball back. Siddiqui gets it behind the play. Hits Cruz up high. Cruz goes right, hits Rollins. She finishes 8-6 UVA, and they are on some kind of run here. A 6-0 run here. That's not right. A 3-0 run here. Kim scores the great feed from Menezes. He's able to finish through contact, and Cal gets one back 8-7 in favor of UVA. The hoops had gone down again for Cal, and UVA is understandably frustrated with the fact that it seems like at least one of their hoops is on the ground during their past few offensive possessions. So after a trade of goals here, UVA is leading 8-7. We're at the 14-minute mark out of the break, so we're around 16 minutes right now. 17:53 is actually the time here. And the head ref here is discussing something with the Cal players. So the energy of this game has gotten right back to where it was before our stoppage. Shannon Ung looks like he wants to be really aggressive here. He and Harry Dill both have dodgeballs. The final dodgeballs on the ground by Cal's hoops. Maya and Reedy are both empty-handed. I think we just talked about the hoops a little bit. There's not going to be any calls. Shannon Ung, super aggressive here, beats out Siddiqui, and then leaves that dodgeball on the ground. Kind of a gift there from Shannon Ung, just giving UVA a dodgeball in their own zone. Cruz now working on Menezes, gets it to Rollins. Rollins is going right. Bowman's going to work his way back middle. Siddiqui left side. Reedy can't get the beat on Dill, who blocks it. Siddiqui rips it to Cruz, and Chetta is beat out by Reedy. Rollins is found again. This time she does hit it before the beat, and it's 9-7 UVA. Siddiqui super aggressive on Menezes here. Ung finally works his way back in and beats out Siddiqui. UVA was also able to win control on that exchange on the last play. Cruz up high. Ung is going to ignore him for the moment and now come back to beat him. Kim, far side, met by Siddiqui. Siddiqui does not engage, goes to Menezes as Siddiqui's beat out. Now Cruz is going to step up. Harry Dill and Shannon Ong so far have just beat out point defenders. Menezes goes right, gets through crossbar and out. Rollins picks it up, gets it to Bowman in the green. And that's a good stop for UVA. They have their first chance to go up 3 here. Beater subs now for UVA. Joe Mastrillo and Hannah Rollins coming in, being given control. Bowman's going left, met by Guyman to Cruz. Guyman still guarding. Back to Bowman. To Rollins on the right side. Kim up high in this 2-2 zone. Rollins just drove, passed it right to Siddiqui, who scores through the top hoop. We are going to discuss this one for a potential beat before, I think. The goal is good. And that means UVA now is up 3 after trailing 5-2. They're up 10-7. And Cal really needs to get something going here before that 20-minute stoppage. Shannon Ung just wreaking havoc here is able to win control for Cal. Menezes working on Bowman, goes right. That's going to be a card on Bowman. We're also 7 seconds away from the 20-minute stoppage. So Bowman into the box, yellow card for contact above the neck. Zan Siddiqui will take green here for UVA. As Cal has won control right before the 20-minute mark, now looks to get a goal as well to mean that they're only down 2. Anna Kleppen, Emma Rollins, Zan Siddiqui, the 3 quad ball players on the field right now while Andrew Bowman's in the box for UVA. Menezes talking with Guyman about what they want to do right now. Gets it right to Guyman. Kim is the right side option. Siddiqui knocks it out of Guyman's hands. Menezes is able to pick it up. Zan Siddiqui misses. Oh, and then the no-look pass to Kim is no good. Joe Mastrillo had it red all the way, but Menezes picks up the loose ball, puts it home, and Cal claws within 2 right before the 20-minute stoppage here. And that's it. That's 20 minutes. So at the 20-minute stoppage, the score is 10-8 in favor of UVA. The set score will be 16, and we're going to take this break. Welcome back, everyone. Coming out of the 20-minute break in this Cal UVA game. Current score UVA 100, Cal 80. That makes the set score 160. A flag runner catch is worth 35 points. So we are playing until one of the team reaches 160. Cal is going to come out of this stoppage with dodgeball control in the hands of Ung and another player whose number I'll try to get here, Joe Virez. Meanwhile, Andrew Bowman quad ball for UVA. Alex Cruz against Jesse Stevens here in the seeker matchup. Reedy beats out Stevens. Ung beats out Cruz. Siddiqui just drives through the defense. Menezes gets a hand on it and then is going to win the foot race with Siddiqui to get a stop. Cal with a stop early here as Stevens has a little bit of time on the snitch. Reedy with a hit on Ung is going to give Cruz some chance as well. So the snitch actually didn't know where the out of bounds was, so that all happened a little bit out of bounds. So both seekers are going to start on the boundary here. And Drew Reedy is going to go to the box for a card of playing after beat. Joe Virez, Shannon Ong with control here. Beat out Cruz. And Menez is going to keep this one slow. Bowman playing way high. Pass goes to Guyman. Stevens a lot of time on this flag runner right now. Guyman on the right side goes back to Menezes. Cruz beat out again in the seeker game. Menezes back to Guyman, met by Siddiqui. Oh, fake around him. Oh, but Rollins gets a hand on the pass. Mayat covers it. Bowman picks it up. Stevens some more time on the flag runner here. Joe Virez and Shannon Ong really locking it down. Stevens over the top. No good. Bowman, pump fake, gets around Kim, lets it go to Kleppen. Kleppen, no good. That looked like goaltending to me, but no call. Emma Rollins hits Bowman. Bowman goes around the corner on Anchetta to score. Score is now 8-11 in favor of UVA. The flag runner's on the ground. He'll get a 3-second count once he's back up before Seekers can engage. Cruz is immediately beat out by Virez. Ung pump fakes Maya to dropping her dodgeball for a moment. Stevens lots and lots of time on this flag runner. A catch here would tie it for them. Kim now far side. Oh, Siddiqui gets his hands in the way. Menezes still picks it up though, marked high by Bowman. Dodgeball's fully in the seeker game for Cal and fully in the dodgeball game here for UVA. Bowman working on Menezes, who's just willing to kill some time here and let Stevens get to work. Goes around the corner on Bowman and then backs right up. He gets it to Derek Guyman. Stevens pulled it, but it fell. No good catch. As Siddiqui just takes Guyman to the ground, there's no dodgeballs in the area. Finally, Maddie Mayat comes up and makes some beats. Quad ball's on the ground. Kim picks it up. Kim gets around everyone and scores. Good goal, says the head referee. And that's a good hustle play there from Nolan Kim. Score currently 9-11 in favor of UVA. Alex Cruz is beat out once again, ran into the dodgeball a number of times. No ARs are going to call that. Stevens still working, but Cruz is able to win control back here for UVA as Bowman works left, goes middle on Guyman through Kim, floats it over the head of Anna Kleppen. Jesse Stevens is going to win that race. He's in green, so that's going to be his ball. Meanwhile, flag runners move to the far side of the pitch. Reedy and Ong both there with dodgeballs. So Stevens and Cruz both can't get close. As Cruz is actually subbed out now for Caroline Davis in the seeker game for UVA. Davis with her first look so far. Menezes finally across half pitch. Anchetta and Guyman with him. Kim is behind working on Kleppen. Bowman forces an errant pass. Siddiqui wins the race from Guyman, who's beat. Siddiqui goes the other way. Ung is there. Oh, and the pass is too low from Siddiqui, who then gets beat out. And that's Shannon Ung with the stop for Cal, only man back. Current score sits at 11-9 in favor of UVA. Again, we're playing a 16. As now Maeve Lawson is going to come in to seek for Cal, and Harry Dill is going to come in for Shannon Ung. Lawson looking to box out Davis. Reedy is clear. He blocked it. And now UVA could press here. Reedy's going to reset use for Cal. Menezes all the way back into his own keeper zone. He absolutely rips it to Anchetta, who's immediately wrapped up by Siddiqui and beat. Bowman is able to pick that one up. Kim is beat out as well. Bowman now moving up the field with speed. He puts on a little burst. The beaters are ignoring him. He gets all the way through the middle and scores 9-12. UVA reestablishes their 3-goal lead. And I believe that was a timeout called for Virginia. We're going to take that break as well. We'll be back in 60 seconds. We're back out of this UVA timeout. Again, the score is UVA 12, Cal 9. The set score is 16. Lawson and Davis, the two seekers in right now for Cal and UVA, respectively. UVA has control. Joe Vera's with Cal's lone dodgeball. Joe Vera is looking to beat out Davis and is able to. Lawson working on the flag runner. Menezes content to keep this one slow. A catch will tie it for Cal. Vera is now into the quad ball offensive game, which Cal has sorely lacked. They've only been able to convert 1 goal so far since the 20-minute mark. A huge beat there from Reedy. Cruz is the first one back, picks it up. Oh, makes the move and scores over Menezes after faking out Kim. And with that, UVA has 13 and a catch will win it for them. But with Alex Cruz in the quad ball game, UVA is going to rely here on Caroline Davis and possibly Hannah Rollins to come in and try to pull that tail. Menezes, far side, gets it to Franklin. First minutes this game for him. Oh, absolutely fakes out Siddiqui, who made a huge jump. Menezes now has Veers in front of him. Guyman, right side. Kim, right side corner. Menezes goes left, shoots. Siddiqui knocks it down and wants to run. He's going to. He has Harry Dill behind him with the dodgeball. Dill is too late. Siddiqui puts it through, and UVA is starting to run away with this one. 4-1 since the 20-minute mark, and the score right now sitting at 14-9. UVA needs 2 to win. Menezes now, far side, running up the pitch, marked by Siddiqui, gets around Siddiqui. Mayat's going to meet him with a dodgeball. Gets it back up to top to Dara Guyman. Guyman being marked by Steelberg. Gets it to Franklin. Steelberg's going to keep marking. Kim now right side, still Steelberg. Conservative beater play here from Reedy and Mayat and UVA. Kim just backing right up, calling for a switch with Franklin, who sets a pick. Steelberg gets through it. Gets it to Franklin. Franklin pressured by Mayat. Mayat makes the beat. And that's another stop there from UVA. Franklin tried to make the block. It was no good, and Siddiqui now has it. UVA 2 away from winning this game and earning their spot in the quarterfinals against Michigan. Lawson's beat out. Cruz all the way behind, hits Rollins on the cut. Oh, Guyman gets in the way, knocks it down. Rollins is beat out, and UVA cannot score on this one. Davis now, serious time on the flag runner as she is beat out. Stevens back in here for Cal in the Seeker game. Siddiqui trying to play very high on Menezes here. Call for back to hoops from behind the back contact as Reedy has beat out Kim. Reedy's now looking to play pretty aggressively. Dill is more concerned with Davis than quad ball, it seems. Not anymore. But Davis is just letting Cruz make a hit. Kim now with the quad ball, drives on Steelberg, goes left. Oh, but Steelberg got the strip. Kim is beat out by Reedy. That's Virginia ball. Steelberg just going to get up and run. There's one dodgeball back for Dill as Menezes makes the hit. Steelberg gets it off to Cruz. Cruz tries to go right through Guyman, but Guyman's defense is too strong, and Cal gets the stop. Dara Guyman is absolutely coming up huge for Cal on defense these last few possessions. Stevens back to hoop in the Seeker game. Davis can't get anywhere close with Dylan her way. Guyman now quad ball. Going to be barked by Siddiqui as she gets over half. She passes it back to Menezes. Menezes now going to be picked up by Cruz. Just backing up is Menezes. Gets it to Guyman. Still marked by Cruz. Back to Menezes. Cruz still the one there. Guyman's beat out. Cruz goes, Menezes went right. The shot was blocked by UVA. Rollins picks it up, and another stop here for UVA. Stevens has gotten pretty close to a catch a few times here. Davis here thought she had an opportunity with the flag runner's back turn, but it was not to be. And Stevens just catching his breath here. Davis hits the ground. She gets back up, though, to keep working. Siddiqui now quad ball left side, marked by Guyman. Is going left. Gets it to Cruz in the corner. Cruz going to still be marked by Guyman. Harry Dill now also with a dodgeball in the vicinity. Rollins an option on the far side. Cruz instead goes to Steelberg. Spiridelli's beat out by Mayotte, and Steelberg is able to finish from behind. 15-9 now, UVA. They're only one away from winning as Harry Dill tries to blow this one up. He and Cruz made huge contact by the UVA hoops, and we're going to get a stoppage here. So some discussion here. Joe Mastrillo has made his way into this game for Drew Reedy in the UVA beater game. Steelberg, Rollins, Cruz, and Siddiqui have been the chaser contingent for the last few possessions, and they've really been cooking. They've outscored Cal 5-1 since the 20-minute mark, and with neither team catching, UVA could put this one away quickly. Stevens really being missed in the quad ball game for Cal, but they want to give him as many opportunities to catch as they can and get the equivalent of 3 goals.
Eventually, everything works.
Alex Cruz is being given a yellow card for an illegal interaction, getting in the way of the UVA or of the Cal beater. And on that stoppage, Cal is also going to take a timeout, and we're going to take that timeout as well. We're coming back out of this Cal timeout. It has been all UVA since the 20-minute mark. They currently lead 15-9 with the set score of 16. Neither team has been able to catch the flag runner here. And Cal is trying to get loud on the sidelines here and turn the momentum in their favor. A flag runner catch would certainly be a good place to start. Caroline Davis, Jesse Stevens are the two players in yellow for UVA and Cal. Menezes is going to start with the quad ball here in the Cal keeper zone. Menezes content to move slowly here. Nolan Kibbs subbing out. That's going to be Jed Obra into the game for his first minutes, now handling the quad ball. Joe Veras makes a beat. Obra driving, hits Spirandelli, passes too high. Spirandelli's beat out. Mayotte covers it. And Jesse Stevens makes the catch. There's going to be a discussion about this. I did not see it. I don't know if it was good. But a catch here would make the score 15-12 and certainly change the momentum of these two benches. The flag runner looks astounded. I think that means it's good, and it does. So the catch there from Jesse Stevens, a twofold momentum change, able to give his team 3 points, and is now going to be able to go back into the quad ball game, which he's been so important in the early part of this game. So back underway here. Mayotte and Mastrillo both have dodgeballs for UVA. Zanzadiki quad ball in hand. And again, a goal will win it for them. Alex Cruz is poised to leave the penalty box just as the whistle blows, and he does. So the full contingent here for UVA. And Cal needs a stop to stay alive in this one. Obra, Menezes up top. Spirandelli and Anchetta down low. Cruz with it, right side. Mastrillo in front of him. Cruz driving along the right, met by Menezes. He's deep behind, gets it to Steelberg. Steelberg floats it to Siddiqui. Siddiqui puts it through the top hoop. There was a call on that play. I think it's going against Cal, and this one should be over. But we'll have a discussion to make sure. Definitely a foul in the beater game. If it's on Cal, the game's done. If it's on UVA, I think the goal will come back because it definitely would have affected the play. A long discussion here, making sure that both there was a foul, that it was on UVA, and that it did affect the quad ball play here. There is not. The goal is good. And UVA takes this game 160-125, and they have earned their spot in the quarterfinals against Michigan quad ball later today.